the X-Men is about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Yes.
Magneto is Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King is Xavier, is Dr. Xavier. Their philosophies were that's where he got it from.
Yeah.
It's all a lot of stuff is from black stories. And they just kind of, Superman is the Egyptian about Osiris, like power from the sun, same thing.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, I read all.
I love that. I'm just now hearing that for the first time. I never knew that.
I love that.
And when I was with Stan Lee, I love bragging about it because I don't care. If you didn't meet Stan Lee, you can't with me.
Yeah.
Stan Lee, I was in his office for 3 hours. He was 89 years old. My friend went on a break, said, yo, hang out with Stan. I'm sitting with Stan Lee. I said, like, what the fuck? He goes, Godfrey, I want to show you something here. You see this picture of Wesley Snipes? Big ass picture of Snipes with the blade. He goes, he's the reason why Marvel got out of bankruptcy. It was him.
Wow.
It was because we had Blade. Blade is the reason he saved Wesley. And I go, and we ain't seen another Blade in 25 goddamn years.
Crazy.
But they got 18 Spider-Mans, 90 this, and Wesley Snipes saved, but this is how this business is.
Yep, look at that.
Eddie Murphy saved SNL. Bill Cosby saved NBC. In Living Color, changed the halftime
for Fox.
Oh.
Michael Jackson saved the halftime of Super Bowl in 1993.
Still the most watched Super Bowl of all time.
Black people sell.
Super Bowl halftime. So.
We sell. It's just that they just can't get it out of their heads. They think we just can't give them too much because they'll do something. We're not going to act like you. We're not like that.
No,
we like to see everybody win. We ain't like you.
Yeah.
And it's pathetic. It's like black people sell. They didn't think black people sold overseas. They was like, you guys don't sell. But then Black Panther gets $1 billion. And then I was in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is the only movie we've let in. Because they ban all American in Saudi. They go, oh, no, Black Panther, yalla, yalla.
When I look at your role and how you reinvented that role for Jeffrey, what was that phone call like when you got that call saying, hey, you got the role? Like, I feel like every actor, every person who's ever gotten that, because this is your first, U.S.
Like
U.S.
big,
type
done
big role.
bits, but like that
for
big
you,
main role.
bigger. What was that like for you when you got that call? Where were you? What were you doing when you got the call? I want to know it all.
All right, let me go back. I mean, I can't lie, it was a tough time because we just had the pandemic. And then Christmas Day 2019, I lost my middle brother, Shegun, to cancer. And then a few months later, I lost my biological mom. And a few months after her, I lost my biological dad. Mixture of COVID and still, my dad, we didn't know what happened. And so I was grieving, if I'm honest, and I lost my foster father the year before that. So like I was grieving for 4 people. I was living at my brother's place at the time because I was doing back and forth between LA and London. And so Shegun, who passed away, they said I couldn't stay in his apartment anymore, so they're kicking me out. So I managed to find a place outside of London, and I was just not in a great place. And I had just flown to LA probably 8 months before, and I gave up my apartment. And I remember crying, leaving LA. My friend Anthony Barrow was with me, and my agent said, "You're going to be back." But I just felt like, no, I've lost loads of members of my family. The world's shut down. I can't afford to keep my apartment in West Hollywood. I got to go back to London. And so when I auditioned for Jeffrey, I felt like I did a real good audition the first time. Then he saw me a second time, and I thought it was a terrible audition. And I didn't hear anything for about 2 weeks. And I just felt like I'd failed. I felt like I'd hit rock bottom. I felt like I didn't know what the next chapter in my life looked like after the pandemic. And I was just struggling with like loss of family. And then when the call came, it came so out of the blue because I'd sort of forgotten about it, trying to, resilience,
no doubt.
Resilience of whoever you are, but I think especially Nigerians, we have a strong sense of resilience. I was like, I just got to keep going. And then my agent calls me and she's like, congratulations, you're playing Joffrey. And I was like, Joffrey, like Game of Thrones, like that's. She's like, oh my God, sorry, Jeffrey. I was like, oh wow. And then tears, guys. I've got to be honest, just tears. Tears. It was a release of so much because my brother Shegun, he left behind a wife and he's got a son, Ayomide. And when I was struggling in LA, you get close to you're gonna be the lead of this show, you're gonna be the lead of that. You know, I got down to last two for so many things. And I remember when I would not get that role, I would call my brother Shega and he'd be like, Jim, you're 1 yes away from that gig. Keep going. And like, you'd be my guy, you know? And so when I got the call, guys, it was just tears of joy. And I looked up and I say, bro, I did it. I got the role. And then I didn't have the injections. I had to get the COVID thing done. And then I flew out to LA and I've not looked back, you know? And I realized what happened is that I got invited back. When I first came to LA, I brought myself, you know, just to start from the bottom up. And I just realized that God was like, no, we're not done, you know? You had to go through that and like, now this is the next chapter in your life. And then it's crazy, guys, because for me, the job Bel-Air represents me as a British-born Nigerian betting on myself and going, I've got maybe a year's worth of rent, I'm gonna go to LA and see what I can do. And I could be on any show, Succession, I could be on White Lotus, you know, but to be on a show, a cultural, iconic show like Bel-Air, like you've just said, it's not easy to do a retelling of such an iconic show. There's been so many failures. So Morgan Cooper, what this young guy did, he was 27, 28 when he did the pilot, he's changed everybody's lives, not just us, the cast, everybody, the audience, viewers, everybody's. And so I feel so honored, but I also feel like it's a full circle moment because The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is based off of Benny Medina. He was adopted by a white wealthy family. Quincy Jones said, we need to do your life story, but we've got different strokes, so let's not do it as a white wealthy family that took you in, adopted you. Let's do it as a black middle-class wealthy family. So when I've been growing up watching Will Smith, I've been watching a version of myself. I really connected with that fish out of water, regardless of them being the same race. But I didn't realize until like, you know, being in LA going, oh my God, actually, Bel-Air is the biggest care story in the world. Anyone that's been fostered or adopted, even not in black communities, the way we take in other people's children, this story is the global story for all of us. And so for me to be playing Jeffrey in this story, I just feel like it's honored every part of who I am as a man. And I just feel like it's God's business that I'm here today and saying goodbye to such an iconic show and character.
Oh man, it's so tough. I mean, because yes, this is the final season of Bel-Air. When you look back across the 4 seasons, what is the role that, or what is the thing that's going to be going through your mind when you see the final credits rolling?
Oof. Whoa. That it's not over, that this is just the beginning. You know?
For Jimmy.
Yeah, for Jimmy. And also I think for, you know, for the Bel-Air universe, you know, we're trying to get us Jeffrey spin-off out here. Do you know what I mean? I think all the characters could have their spin-off. Ashley could have a great spin-off. Like Jazz, But I just feel
I love that because 50 Cent did that really, really well.
With the power.
And every, all the characters started to get their little. And it was so cool to be able to be in it. Like, that's actually a dope idea.
You know what I mean? I just think everybody's doing it. You got Taylor Sheridan. He's got he's got 27 spin-offs.
Oh, man, he got so many shows, man. 1883, 1923, Yellowstone, Tulsa King.
Tulsa King.
He has some other, he has like 2
Lioness. Oh, wait, that's not a spin-off, but like.
There's another one he has. He was an actor. He's an actor dude that just started the game.
I just feel like I'm going to be watching it, having a sense of pride, guys, and gratitude. You know what I mean? Like, I really do thank Morgan Cooper, because any young actor out there, any young performer, when you listen to Morgan Cooper's journey, he made that sizzle with his own money. He put like local actors in it. He didn't get permission. He just did it. He just put it out onto YouTube and it went viral. He could have got in trouble, you know, because that's some big piece of IP.
Right.
But I think where we are in the world right now, I think his story is so inspiring. It's like, stop thinking about it. I tell any young person, if you've got that idea, everybody knows somebody with a camera, you know what I mean, who's got good on the computers, you got AI, whatever you want to do with that. Just just make the thing, you know, and leave the rest up to the God in the universe, you know what I'm saying?
That's another 154 conversation in the books. We are bridging culture back to its roots.
From Africa to the world, we're telling stories our way.
So make sure you hit like, subscribe, and share your voice in the comments. This is 154.